Welcome back, Gators, to the Who's at the Gates podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Casey Phoenix, and we have the lovely Diana on. We have a lot of scenes to cover today because we were not expecting them to pack so much into this episode, but there's two interactions that we want to focus on for this one, which is the Dani, Vanessa, Tomas interaction, and then the Hayley, Bill, and Naomi interaction. So we just want to go over that and hop right into it. Dan, do you have anything before we hop into the first of 5 parts?
No, just happy Monday. I know people will be listening to this on a Tuesday, but yes, what a great Monday episode to start off the week.
Yeah, totally unexpected. Let's hop into it.
Question is a little delicate.
I can handle that.
Normally, I wouldn't even approach you about this, but you're really the only person I can ask.
Let me make this easier for you. I think I might know what this is about.
You do?
Kat. You want to talk to someone close to her, but not her mother, because that would be too awkward. I'm afraid I can't offer any insight there.
It's not Kat. You were working with Lynette Wise on a real estate deal, right?
I was. Emphasis on the past tense. I put a hell of a lot of work into that, too. I even used a long-standing business connection to grease the wheels because her lack of documentation raised some red flags, all for her to vanish on me at the last minute.
She just went completely no contact?
She sent me a text after I called and texted her a dozen times.
What did it say?
Basically that she was leaving town.
What about the penthouse? Where does that stand?
Tomas, you're getting a penthouse? Wow. Caroline gets a Benz, Hayley gets pretty much whatever her grubby little heart desires, including a impressive new ring set, from what I hear. Oh. Has Bill lost his sense and complete control of his checkbook? What the hell is going on at that law firm?
I decided to bring you a taste of St. Paul.
Okay. So, yeah. Let's talk about this a little bit. Because I guess my thing is, I'm loving how it's all finally coming out, but I just do want to throw something out, just a little side note. Remember how you feel about Ashley, where you're like, sometimes she's kind of full of herself? That's what I got from Vanessa, where it's like, oh, I know why you're coming to me, because you want to talk about Kat. Girl, why would you want to talk to you about Kat? Like, you, why would she doesn't even. Okay, go ahead, Diana.
First of all, we love Ashley on Who's at the Gates podcast. number one. Just love her stealing pills. Go ahead, girl. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the only thing I clocked with the scene is how much Dani still pays attention to Hayley, even that, like, oh, I heard she got a nice ring set. Like, you should really be unbothered, girl. I know that she thinks about, like, her daughter's futures and, like, this is their inheritance and all that, but I mean, they have their pre-money, so I don't know why she's, like, all up in arms. So I think Dani came in a little too. She wants to be, like, aloof and, like, my life is so much better with Bill, but the scene did not give that.
Yeah, I will say that. At the same time, Dani just doesn't like Hayley. She's never trusted or never believed it. Even when Hayley said she was pregnant, Dani was like, that girl lying, that girl's not pregnant.
No, but I agree with you on the Vanessa front. Like, who would ask your opinion about any romantic relationship?
My goodness.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's go ahead to part 2. Again, this scene is in 5 parts, but it was so much unveiled. We were just like, okay, we're going to cover it all. So let me go to the next marker, which should be around about 1640. So go here. Okay. Right here. There we go.
Mortality lately, but that's no reason to go all Oprah giveaway on us. Tomas, has Bill been exhibiting signs of having another stroke? Has he been walking around the office thinking he's smelling toast?
I promise you the boss is very much at the top of his game.
Amusing as this all is, Dani, that's not what Tomas and I were discussing.
Bill's not giving me anything. Least of all, a penthouse.
We were talking about a client who ghosted me.
And this concerns you how?
That was going to be my question.
Talk faster next time.
I knew her as well, and I'm getting the feeling she hasn't been entirely forthright with me.
A client? Misleading their attorney will wonders never cease.
Vanessa, when did you last see her?
She disappeared right after I showed her the Logan Circle property.
Oof, gorgeous neighborhood. Seems your real estate wraith wanted nothing but the best.
Tomas, your turn. You know why she hired me. Why did she hire Bill's firm?
You know, I can't tell you that. But I can say that the charges were dropped.
Does this woman have a name?
Lynette Wise.
Lynette Wise. I think she was facing some pretty serious embezzlement charges, which were dropped by the U.S. Attorney's Office. How much heavy lifting did that take?
Quite a bit.
Dani, how did you find that out so fast?
Married to one attorney, birthed another. I know a few tricks of the legal trade.
I thought something seemed a little off with her, but her whole lease to buy proposal checked out.
So then she did tell you that Hayley was buying the place as an investment option and would let her live there?
No, she didn't.
Hayley, being generous? No way. That woman doesn't do anything out of the goodness of her tiny little heart.
I'm loving how all of this is finally coming out about, like, they're getting closer. I'm just hoping it isn't a thing where we're about to get deep faked, where it's like, oh, they're so close and it's right in front of them, and then something happens and then it throws everything off in the other direction. It's like, oh, it's not Hayley.
I don't know, but I think it's a lot of setup for it to not pan out. You know, the Chelsea, Naomi, now them. There's Kat. I mean, Kat should just solve it all. They should just let her, you know, run free and don't question her. You know, again, I think Dani is maybe not overstepping, but it's a lot of the focus is on Hayley, right? And it's like you said before, she doesn't trust her, she doesn't like her. Okay, fine, I guess I get it. But yeah, hopefully it pays off.
Also, outside of that too, and I just have to throw this out there, even if Dani didn't even know, like, let's say Dani wasn't even affiliated with Bill in that way, but she was somebody in the community, let's just call it for what it is. Everybody on the show is nosy. So if they find out a little piece of something, they want to know more, like, oh, what happened? You know, that's just how they are on the show. So I'm like, Dani will probably still be nosy, even if there wasn't an affiliation.
I mean, all you have to be is you just have to get a booth at Orphe Jeans or Uptown, and you'll know everybody's business. You know, it's not that hard in this community.
Much. That's why I'm just like, everything's out. Let's see. Okay, let's go to part 3 of the scene, which is 2120. It should be. So let's get to 2120. Okay. Okay, let's go. There we go.
I had a benefactor, but I didn't realize it was Hayley. Why would she, of all people, be buying a place for Lynette to lease?
She saved Hayley when she was being attacked. Maybe Hayley felt like she owed her something.
A handwritten thank you, sure. Maybe a hefty gift card, but a penthouse?
I still can't believe she was attacked outside here and in broad daylight at that.
The two of them became close afterwards.
Or she latched onto the poor woman because she was trying to increase her friend count to 1. But you know what? I have much better things to do with my life than to waste my brain space on Hayley. She is beneath my bandwidth. Nope. Absolutely do not care.
You're trying to find more information on Lynette, aren't you?
Something stinks. Much like Hayley's abysmal perfume. Let's see what we can find. I mean, maybe it's nothing. Hayley gets mugged, she meets this woman, they become instant BFFs. Wait,
What?
I've met your mutual client.
Bill, I already
Again, What's been in the dark is coming to the light. I'm loving this because I just feel like it's time. And low key, the biggest reason for me is just so Dani can say, I told you so. I was feeling that energy. So
Yeah, me too. I mean, I hope she gets that satisfaction. I mean, they're really tying things together. So I'm really hoping by next week we just like wrap this up and Hayley's just distraught and back against the wall.
I think we're looking more like the end of May.
No. Oh my God.
Is what I'm thinking. I think it's going to take them at least 3 to 4 weeks. I don't know why. I feel like because other things are going on too, so they can only fit in so much. I'm thinking maybe the end of May is what I'm thinking.
You know, I saw a comment recently about how the show is structured with its plots, and it's like you always have to have a plot going. So shout out to that Reddit comment that I read this off of. But you know, you always want a plot in the beginning, a plot like, you know, rising action, and a plot at its conclusion. So like the Anita thing is over.
Yes.
I mean, she's in remission. It's done. Like they don't care. I mean, they care, but they don't care that much. This Hayley thing though has been just like developing for over a season now, for like probably 200 episodes. So if your conclusion is right, if your gut feeling is it's going to be at the end of May-ish, I feel like that's going to put us like near episode 100. So hopefully, you know, midway point through the season, hopefully. That seems like a good guess.
Well, we shall see. Let's go ahead, part 4, and then after that, part 5, and we'll be done with this whole interaction.
Yeah, I had a run-in with Hayley and this Lynette woman. She was totally fangirling. It was glorious.
I'm sure.
But it wasn't all ego on my part. It was also the steam coming out of Hayley's ears as Lynette gave me my flowers.
So you saw them hanging out together. That's not so surprising, since they're obviously close enough for Hayley to pay for Lynette's living arrangement.
When did you see them together?
I had an impromptu meeting with a client, so that would have been late January, early February, the latest.
That means you saw them together before Hayley was mine.
Now you have my full attention.
Naomi, it was just a joke.
Okay, which we will. All of those are watching, and thank you everyone for your support. We really, really appreciate it. We also appreciate everyone who's been subscribing to the YouTube channel and following on X and all of that other good stuff. We will go over the whole Bill, Hayley, Naomi scene as well. I think that's 3 parts, and we will cover that as soon as we finish this one. Diana, let's just go straight to part 5. And
sounds good to me.
Let's see, 34:27. Here. Okay, that's one. All right. Let's go.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be bothering you with this. Like you said, Dani, you have much better things to do.
No. You started this, you don't get to pull back.
I just meant that I gotta get back to work. You know, my boss is a real hard ass.
Lucky for you, I have it in with that guy. So, what does Bill think of his child bride's embezzling bestie?
You can do this the easy way or the hard way.
He's worried that Lynette's been taking advantage of her, and he asked me to look into it.
That's why you were asking me all those questions.
But why would Lynette disappear when she's about to score a new life courtesy of the Happy Hamiltons?
Maybe because there was a little more going on there?
No. Bill may be a serial cheater, but a throuple, it's way too much emotional work for my ex.
Okay, we've gotten a little off point here.
So here's my point. Whatever you dig up, you share with me.
No way.
Yes way. Hayley's not innocent. Not now, not ever. And whatever's going on or went on with Lynette might blow back on my family. I need to be able to see what's coming.
All righty. So on that interesting note, yeah, Dani's on the case now. And Tomas, I honestly feel, and this is just me, I feel like Tomas is a passenger in a car that everyone else is driving, is what I feel. Or either actually, I feel like Tomas is an Uber passenger, where everyone's driving the car, solving the case, and he's just along for the ride. I don't feel like he's truly done anything on his own or put any pieces together on his own. And not saying that that's a bad thing. I just feel like everyone else is sort of putting it together. So what do you got?
Yeah, does that man, he couldn't even control the conversation. It was Dani running that show. Again, I think he really did call it in the beginning. I think in the first clip that we saw, she's not motivated because of her family. She's motivated because she hates Hayley. That's not, and she's gonna get the results that she wants. But you know, I think she's being delusional. She's like, oh, my girls. Her girls are in their mid-20s and early 30s. Like they have careers. You are pretending to work at a modeling agency. I don't know what she's talking about with the client meeting. That Pamela carries this whole agency on her back. So whatever.
I think that she only because she loves her girls, and she even said that last week during one of the episodes where it's like they're the center of her world. So I can see her being like, okay, I need to know what's up. At the same time, yeah, definitely there is a lot of I hate Hayley and I need to see what's happening because I don't trust her.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that there too. And speaking of Hayley, I feel like this will be a great segue into the whole what went down with this. Let's go ahead. And this should be 3 parts that we'll cover, which is starting at 1822, I believe. Let me double check. Actually, hold on. What is wrong with, why do I have, okay, maybe it was 1022, or I'm going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs or something. But let me put this right here and see what we have. On okay, let's let this go.
DC.
You made this?
Well, while I could have, I went to a hole in the wall spot instead. Babe, give them a try. You're gonna feel like we're back in our villa.
Yeah. Well, these do look pretty tasty. Wow. Where'd you get them?
Capitol Grove.
What?
Oh my God, Dad! Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, if you weren't pounding on him that hard, he'd probably have his breath back already. I don't think you're helping, Naomi.
What the hell did I just walk in on?
I was just bringing a bit of St. Bart's to your father.
By choking him to death?
Here, honey. Small sips, okay?
Thank you. And will you two please stop fussing? I'm perfectly fine. There's no need to overreact.
Well, some of us didn't act at all.
Did you miss more?
I love that. I love Naomi.
Can you try to get the screenshot while we're talking of Hayley's just unamused, did not care, unconcerned face?
Well, actually, I'm planning on taking the one that I seen on X that I had retweeted. I'll probably take that one. I have to see how it fits.
This Bill was dramatic for no reason. I would have been just like Hayley. I'd have been like, calm down. I don't know why you're doing all this just because I went to some neighborhood I don't blame her. I blame Hayley for a lot of things. I don't blame her for unreacting to Bill. Naomi's doing the most. People.
Yeah, well, that's because Hayley wasn't reacting. Let me go ahead. All right, let me go into this. Let me see if I think it's 1822 now. Hold on. Because I have, let me see. Because Naomi goes in on her and I love it. Like, I love every minute of it. Let's see. There we go.
Naomi, I was in shock. You arrived just as I was coming out of it.
You look pretty still to me.
Hayley said that she got this breakfast from Capitol Grove.
Capitol Grove? That's a pretty shady part of town.
Yeah, that's what caught me off guard, especially given certain recent incidents.
Babe, I didn't mean to worry you. I was in and out of the restaurant in just a few minutes.
You weren't safe for even a few seconds over there, especially since we still don't have a location on your attacker. Come on.
I was just trying to do something nice for you. I am so sorry that I was focused on making you happy. I didn't think about my own safety. I hate how much this mugging has taken away from me.
In more ways than one.
Meaning?
Look, if this is about Lynette, please, we don't have to worry about her ever again.
You sound pretty certain.
Yeah. Why is that?
When you have two lawyers in their lawyer energy, but the thing that I loved is when Hayley was like, I was trying to do something nice for you. And that look on Naomi's face is like, that look was saying the bubble over her head was saying, woman to woman, you can manipulate him because he's a man, but girl, you're not pulling that with me. I know what you're doing. That's what I was getting from that look she gave.
My favorite was, I didn't react because I was in shock. Like, it was just, she couldn't, that was a good lie. That was a great lie. But even her ass was like, I was in shock. Just really not selling it.
Oh my goodness, this is a trip. All right, let me see. 22-26. I think this is when Naomi like goes off on Bill, as she should. 22-26. All right.
Oh, I already told you. Lynette texted me that she's leaving town.
So she's really gone?
Never to be seen again. We can all move forward, okay? Now, I have an appointment, so I will leave you to whatever. These brats keep getting in my way. I can't wait till that whole damn family is out of my hair.
I really don't want to get into another argument about my wife with my daughter. I'm still getting my breath back from nearly choking to death.
Dad, don't joke about that. I mean it.
Okay. That other, I'm going to skip to the next one. 26. We don't care about Jacob and Grayson doing the handoff. It's just kind of like, we're over this undercover thing. And honestly, it doesn't even seem that undercover.
What do you mean? This is their best detective on the case.
Oh, get on that note. Oh.
Joke.
Jokes about life and death are just not funny, Dad.
Okay, sweetheart, what's wrong?
It's just been a roller coaster. And I came here to discuss the motion
why
on
is-
Madison's case. I think we need to flesh out her affidavit, and I've got some ideas.
Well, that can wait. What's going on? Are you stressed out because Jacob is still away training?
Okay, you didn't have to say it like that. Besides, we've talked this into the ground.
And we'll keep talking about it until I understand what's going on with you.
Well, don't, because this isn't about me or my life. And why is it every time your wife does something, you want to turn the conversation around to my marriage?
Wait, that is not what I'm doing. And I can't pretend that I don't see what's plain as day.
Really? That's funny because when it comes to your own marriage, you seem to be blind as a bat.
Okay. I'm glad Naomi called him out. And this is something that we all have been saying, like, Bill, you're an attorney. Why are you not picking up on the signs? Which he started to now a little bit. But still, it's like, it's taking a while. I'm just, like I said, I'm just ready. And everybody has been saying something. I can't wait until Anita finds out. Because one thing I love about Anita will read you in a very old school, elegant way. I mean, sometimes she'll get gutted with it, but for the most part, she's just very elegant about it. And I would love to see what Anita has to say to Hayley. But anyway, go ahead, Dani.
I do think there was a little bit of projection here. I don't know. I feel like Naomi is always like, projecting all her problems into everybody else's business. Like, yeah, okay, Jacob is got his ribs kicked in. That man is still wincing. And Grayson over here, I know we're not going to talk about this, but I really need to say something. Grayson put in a shift. He got stabbed and he put in a shift. He is an essential worker. He is helping people in pain. Jacob is like in a nice hotel room, just like laying down on a bed. So, Jacob, I don't know. This is Fairmont Press finest.
Something on him since you were talking about him. Like, okay, let me put something on Jacob.
Thank you. Again, let me reiterate. This man only got his ribs like lightly kicked in and can't do detective work. Meanwhile, this man clocked in for a shift and is stabbed. Like he's probably oozing blood as we speak. But anyways, so Naomi.
And she told him to go home too. She's like, you don't have to work. You're sick. You can go home. Like, ma'am, you're the reason he got stabbed. So that's the least you can do. But these are minor details.
I know we love an understanding manager. It seems like this hospital really cares about work-life balance. That's what it seems like to me.
Well, I can tell you, Monday has started off with a bang, and I was pleasantly surprised because I wasn't expecting all of this today. I really, really wasn't. The whole thing with everything they covered, and I might go back to Kyle and Nicole. I just didn't want to do it today because of the whole Dani, Vanessa, Tomas thing, and then the Hayley, Naomi, Bill thing. I was like, those two things seem to be the meat of this episode, and I just wanted us to cover them.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go back to our last episode because it seems like where we covered like what's coming up this week.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like all the spoilers, all their like happened in this episode. The Bill choking, the Dani being like, "What the hell is going on at that law firm?" Yeah, I'm gonna have to like relook at that and just I don't know what else is coming up this week. Like, there's already a lot.
Samantha and Tyrell is the other thing, and then Vernon and Joey.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
we can't have it all.
So,
that's all I'll say.
We
can't have it all.
All right. Well, I tell you what, I think that is the episode. Gators, we appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We definitely love the comments. We definitely love interacting, whether it's on X or on YouTube. Always feel free to put a little something in the chat, get the conversation going. Diana, did you have anything else before we close out?
No, just Team Ashley all the way, y'all. Just drop your likes for Team Ashley.
Ashley fans won't smoke. I can't. We might have to do a why we don't like Ashley episode, but we'll
drop your ideas below.
All right. Until next time, everybody. Bye.
Bye.